the windscreen is in a lower setting. I can simply pull this up like this, and yes, it's much better now. The wind buffeting is a lot lesser. It is super comfortable, and also pillion is sitting very comfortably behind me. But the horsepower on this motorcycle is higher. This makes about 170 bhp. So now the motorcycle is in the touring mode, and Sam is just telling me that in the touring setup the suspensions will feel slightly softer. 6th gear at 90 kilometers per hour. The bike is pulling, but there's a slight shuddering. High speed stability is amazing on this. So yep, it's a great initiative taken by VFM Ducati to let customers experience what the Ducati lineage of motorcycles feels like. It's a great opportunity for those who want to understand what Ducati feels like. We'll be riding the Multistrada V4 now. Okay, so there was an incident that happened. I lost my key of the BMW S1000 XR. It fell off from my pocket while I was test riding one of the bikes. Probably it is when I was riding the Street Fighter V4. The bike is torquey and there's a lot of wind blast on it. So I think it flew off. I think the jacket zip was open, so it just fell off. So Sam is sitting with me pillion on the Multistrada V4. My BMW is being towed now. So we're riding back home and the bike will be towed by the transporter. Super comfortable, the riding ergonomics. It is super comfortable, and also pillion is sitting very comfortably behind me. Since I lost my key fob, I was just checking if the key fob of this motorcycle is in place. There are different suspension settings. I've set it to a setting for the rider and pillion. It electronically adjusts as per the needs now for the rider and pillion. So yep, it's a great initiative taken by VFM Ducati to let customers experience what the Ducati lineage of motorcycles feels like. It's a great opportunity for those who want to understand what Ducati feels like, also the character of the Ducatis. So a lot of people do not understand what the Ducatis are meant for. If you are looking for something with a proper sporty character, the Ducati, let it be any motorcycle for that matter, right from the Multistrada to the Scramblers to the Panigales to the Monster, all of them have that racing DNA in them. They feel very torquey. The L twins and the V4 engine configurations, of course, have a lot of character. So that's there on this motorcycle as well. Of course, in terms of power delivery, it's not as brutal as the Multistrada 1200. 1200 makes about 136 Nm of torque, whereas this makes about 124-ish Nm of torque. But the horsepower on this motorcycle is higher. This makes about 170 bhp. So the manner in which the power delivery is delivered, it is a little more friendly compared to the 1200s, the old 1200s, the L-twin engine configuration. So that we always said that, you know, to ride something like a 1200 Multistrada, you'll need a lot of experience. But I think people with fairly lesser experience also should be able to manage the Multistrada very easily, because ergonomics is quite comfortable. You're not sitting very tall up. You can adjust it as per the needs electronically, whether you're riding solo or you're riding with a pillion or you're riding with rider, pillion and luggage. You have that setting that you can electronically adjust with the press of a button, which I just did some time ago because I'm now riding with a pillion. And also the manner in which the power is delivered, it's quite friendly compared to the Multistrada 1200. I'm saying it's quite friendly, but otherwise the motorcycle is still very torquey and it has a proper race DNA in it. Of course, you can see the tank capacity is about 22 liters, so that's a decent range. And one very good thing that I can tell you is this motorcycle is not heating up as much as the Ducati Panigale V4. The Panigale V4 is a fully fed motorcycle and it heats up quite a lot. It's a lot more powerful also in terms of horsepower. It's a 217 bhp motorcycle, whereas this motorcycle is not heating up as much. It has a twin radiator fan setup, so the cooling is quite decent in fact on this motorcycle. Of course, the radar system is quite helpful. Whenever the motorcycle feels like there's an obstacle ahead, there's a big message that pops up: forward collision warning. And also these radar lights turn on when there's somebody on your blind spot. The stability on this motorcycle is simply superb. You can do really good speeds very comfortably on it. And of course, it's one of the raciest adventure bikes you can buy in the market. So this makes a decent 170 bhp, which is the highest in the adventure touring category. Of course, the M1000RR makes 200 bhp, but I would not say that the M1000RR is a proper adventure touring motorcycle. It's more of a sport tourer with an upright stance and a stance of an ADB, but it's not an adventure tourer. It cannot do off-road, it cannot go off-road. It's in fact really bad off-road. Suspensions feel quite good off-road. I mean, the XR cannot soak the bumps as good as the Multistrada is doing. Let me be very honest on that. This is still an adventure motorcycle, whereas the so now the motorcycle is in the touring mode, and Sam is just telling me that in the touring setup the suspensions will feel slightly softer. So that's amazing. I mean, based on what mode you're in, the suspension will also change its settings accordingly. Yeah, it's able to soak the bumps really well, just like an adventure touring motorcycle. My XR cannot do that. The XR is not an adventure motorcycle, it's more of a sport tourer with an upright stance, which is meant for good roads and not really off-road. The clutch also feels good. It feels light because thanks to the hydraulic clutch. And the windscreen is in a lower setting. I can simply pull this up like this, and yes, it's much better now. The wind buffeting is a lot lesser. So it's simple. On the fly you can pull the screen, you can pull it up, you can pull it down. So right now I'm in the third gear and at a low speed, and yes, it's able to pull smoothly without any jerks. Let's see if we can do it in the 6th gear. Sixth gear at 90 kilometers per hour. The bike is pulling, but there's a slight shuddering. It is not the smoothest. So an inline 4 like S1000 XR can do this. This feels a bit shuddery. Let's open the throttle. High speed stability is amazing on this. A lot of adventure touring motorcycles will feel a bit wobbly due to the long travel suspension in the front. This one feels quite sturdy even at high speeds. This feels like a sports bike with an upright stance, touring stance. This is one of the adventure motorcycles that can keep up with the super sport machines also. It's a fast motorcycle. I don't think this bike has heated grips. I think Ducatis don't need too much of heating because the bikes itself heat up a little. Just kidding, guys. Ducatis have the history of heating up a lot, but this one isn't really heating up as much on the highways, at least. I'll have to see how it feels in the city stop and go traffic, but on the highway I don't feel any kind of heat that is disturbing me in any way. And of course, special thanks to team VFM Ducati for conducting this test ride event where riders got to understand the Ducati lineage of motorcycles. We got to experience what the Ducati motorcycles feel like, and it was an amazing experience.